It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the Frank Show.
What?
What? The
Frank.
Frank Show.
Frank.
Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. It's time for the show. Aloha, headsets. Frankie Boy here, and it is time for the Frank Show. Now, a big question that I get all the time is, and I get that constantly. So you know what? It's time to answer it. Now, I'm sure I've answered it in the past. We may have even done a video on it before. But you know what? It's a new year. We got new headsets. And it's time for a new perspective on whether or not you actually need the PS4 OG, or do you really need the PS4 Pro for PlayStation VR? Now, one big thing that everybody has to know is that the PlayStation VR works fantastically on the original PlayStation 4. There is no real issue. You're going to be able to play every single PlayStation VR game on the old PlayStation 4. Now, it may chug a little bit more. You may get some more frame drops, and the resolution might be a little less, but it will run solidly, perfectly, and should not ever make you sick on the original PlayStation 4. Now, with that out of the way, if you do get the Pro, you are getting a higher resolution on a lot of games. You're going to get better textures. You're going to have slower load times. When switching between apps, things do run a bit smoother. The UI feels to move a little bit cleaner, smooth. Everything is kind of bumped up. You know what I mean? You're getting that upgrade. You're getting that increase. What you're paying for is what you're getting. And with a lot of games, like when I was talking to the developers of Apex Construct, they have things like in the world, when you're looking at a street lamp, there's a little birdie on a street lamp that flies away if you shoot at it. Now, in the older version on the OG PS4, there will be less of those little birdies. So think about it like that. Maybe there's going to be a few less little buildings or a couple extra less people in a crowd. That's what you probably are going to experience a lot more on the older PS4, where on the newer one, they will take full advantage of what they can and give you more people in crowds. On one game, on Corix actually, the shadows on the side of the objects, they had the shadows basically had shadows on the Pro, and on the other one, they had no shadows. You know what I mean? So very small, minute details. It helped to give you a better feeling of the overall world, but does not take away from the core gameplay experience, is what I'm trying to get at. So at this point in time, still the same way I felt when it originally came out is, if you got the money for it and you love your PlayStation VR and you want the best PlayStation VR experience possible at this point, you want to be on the Pro. But do you need it for PlayStation VR? Hell no. In no way do you need to have a Pro to play PlayStation VR. You're going to love it on the original PlayStation 4. But if you got the money laying around a little bit and you want to trade in and you want to sell, don't ever trade in. Sell it on Craigslist. Sell it to somebody you know is going to use it for a decent amount of money. And meet in a public, well-lit place during a positive time of town with somebody that you know. And do that, you guys. And then buy yourself a PS4 Pro, because you really are going to have a better experience, and it is more future-proof. Now, there's only been a handful of games where I've gone like, oh my God, this is so much better on a Pro. And like I said, it's a handful. Most of the time, you may not even notice the difference if you don't play as often as me. But if you do get one, you'll notice the difference. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get it, and you can play your old game. You'll be like, oh my gosh, like this is so much better on a Pro, and it feels better because VR is so like takes your senses that when you have that slight resolution bump, it really does pull you in and make you feel, you know what I mean? It feels clearer. It feels more like your vision rather than just looking at like a computer screen. Now, like I said, that does not affect the core gameplay whatsoever. So if you can't afford a Pro, if you can't get a Pro, if you don't want to get a Pro, you don't have to worry about that. You can wait until PS5 comes out for the most part, because they have stated from the start that PSVR will work with the OG PS4 as well as the Pro no matter what. So until we see PSVR 2.0, you are going to be fine with that OG PS4. Now, you can always get an external hard drive to upgrade, because you're going to notice with PSVR, you're going to be downloading a lot of games. So instead of, if you don't want to buy a full-on new PS4 Pro or something bigger, you can just get an external, plug it in, and put all your games on that or extra stuff on that, so you don't have to worry about it, you guys. So that's the big thing. That's the big question answered. Frankie Boy is here for you. Do you want the Pro? Yes. Who doesn't want the Pro? Do you need the Pro? No, you don't need the Pro. And that's what you need to take away from this at the end of the day. If anybody ever asks you that question, just steer them in the direction of this video, and hopefully it will help them out. Now, thank you all for coming through. We had a slow news day, so we're just covering topics that I know everybody wants to know a little bit about, because, hey, it's what I'm here for. Now, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up, but only if you enjoyed it. I mean, honestly, you guys, I'm not your daddy, I'm not your boss, but hey, I do like those thumbs up. Now, more importantly, if you stumbled on this video, new to this channel, and want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR, got questions about PlayStation VR, please, we make these videos dedicated to you guys. I mean, I'm not making these videos for myself. I know that I love my PS4 Pro. It's friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Nah. All right, smooches. I gotta go. I got VR to do. Duh. We always have VR to do. VR is king. It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show.